Hello folks, Samsung's next Unpacked event is scheduled for July 26. The Korean giant is expected to unveil the Galaxy Fold5, Galaxy Flip 5 and Galaxy Watch 6 series, and likely the Galaxy Tab S9 line as well. As far as we know, the latter will consist of 3 tablet models, the Tab S9, Tab S9 Plus and Tab S9 Ultra. As per a fresh new leak, the vanilla Tab S9 will be priced at €929 for the 8 plus 128GB Wi-Fi model and €1,049 for the higher tier 12 plus 256GB Wi-Fi only tier 12 plus 256GB Wi-Fi one. The Tab S9 Plus is expected to cost €1149 for the 12 plus 256GB Wi-Fi model, whereas the Tab S9 Ultra is set to go for €1369 for the same 12 plus 256GB Wi-Fi one. Naturally, these prices are not exhaustive since we also expect cellular versions of the tablets to exist. Plus, pricing will likely still vary from EU market to market due to different VAT, though it should be noted that these prices do include VAT as they are. As far as specs go, we expect the Tab S9 Ultra will have a 14.6-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X WQXGA Plus display, up to 16GB RAM and 1TB of storage, an 11,200 mAh battery with 45 watts charging. Camera-wise, there should be a dual 12MP front-facing setup and a dual 8MP plus 13MP rear one. The Tab S9 Plus will have a 12.4-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X WQXGA Plus display, up to 12GB of RAM and 512GB of storage, a 10,090 mAh battery. Cameras include a single 12MP selfie and a 13MP plus 8MP rear setup. Finally, the vanilla Tab S9 should have an 11 dynamic AMOLED 2X WQXGA display, up to 12GB RAM and 256GB storage, and finally 8,400 mAh battery. Cameras should include a 12MP selfie cam and a 13MP rear one. All 3 tablets are expected to rock a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy chipset, optical fingerprint readers, 4-speaker setups, and S Pen support. Also, as a new addition, IP68 ingress protection is likely. It's been 4 years since Samsung released its first device featuring a foldable display, the Galaxy Fold, but nearly a half-decade later, Samsung's biggest rival, Apple, has yet to join this cutting-edge market segment. Nevertheless, Apple may yet become a Samsung foldable display buyer. A re-emerging report claims that Samsung will eventually make Apple its foldable display client. However, there is a possibility that Apple's first device to feature this display technology won't be an iPhone. According to Business Korea, citing unnamed industry sources, Apple is now in talks with foldable display suppliers in anticipation of releasing a foldable MacBook. Apple supposedly plans to unveil its first foldable laptop as early as 2025 and launch the product in 2026. Apple is allegedly in talks with several foldable display manufacturers. Samsung Display is the most influential and would benefit the most from a new collaboration with a US-based tech giant. Apple releasing a foldable MacBook powered by Samsung Display will almost certainly boost the popularity of foldables, and in turn Samsung's display arm would earn influence, revenue and even more credibility. Samsung Display reportedly decided to pour $3.1 billion into large-screen foldable OLED panels with the goal of mass production them in 2025 and 2026. This move seemingly adds credibility to the idea that Apple will develop a MacBook equipped with a foldable display within the next few years. However, when it comes to disruptive technologies, Apple takes its time and spends years in the prototyping and designing phases. Once again, the company has yet to create a foldable iPhone, so the rumors that it's developing a foldable laptop may seem too ambitious. But assuming that the company will indeed decide that its first device equipped with a foldable display should be a revolutionary MacBook, and if Apple releases it within the next few years, its strategy will likely create a new booming market segment. It probably will cost around $10,000, but who cares? Speaking of prices, Apple is expected to begin mass production of iPhone 15 series in August, said Jeff Pu from Haidong International Tech Research. According to the analyst, the company is on track to manufacture 84 million units by the end of 2023. That figure represents a healthy 12% increase over the number of iPhone 14 units produced during the second half of last year. It also reveals that Apple is extremely confident the demand for the latest iPhone series will be stronger this year. Part of that thinking is due to the large number of active iPhone users, believed to be 25%, who haven't upgraded to a new model over the last 4 years. Some analysts expect a large percentage of these iPhone users, representing latent demand, to be in the market for a new iPhone this year or next. But there is some potentially bad news on the horizon for those interested in the iPhone 15 Pro Max. The analysts predicted the iPhone 15 Pro Max will have a higher starting price than the 14 Pro Max, which is $1,100 in the United States and €1449 in Europe. But unlike previous years, the iPhone 15 Pro Max will have a feature that it won't share with the iPhone 15 Pro. This exclusive Pro Max feature is a periscope lens that will increase the optical zoom from 3x to as high as 6x. We expect the known Pro models to get the dynamic island this year and a 48 megapixels wide camera sensor on the back. The Pro models will sport a body with titanium sides and an action button that will replace the mute switch. The iPhone 15 Pro and iPhone 15 Pro Max will both be powered by the 3nm A17 Bionic and will be the only smartphones powered by a 3nm chip this year. All 4 iPhone 15 models are rumored to get a hike in battery capacity, and the whole line will have a USB-C port on the bottom of the device where the proprietary Lightning port used to be. Apple is yet to schedule an official launch, and we expect it to take place in early September. We could also see the Apple Watch Series 9 and the second generation Apple Watch Ultra introduced during the event. The next generation of AirPods aren't expected to be part of the September's event. As soon as Apple announces a date for the upcoming new product introduction event, we will pass it along to you. So guys, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video. Good luck to all.